Turkey Scholarship to 2021 full application guide. So guys, in today's video I will show you full application guide of Turkey Scholarship 2021. So keep watching it and subscribe the channel. So let's start it. Firstly, you have to enter to Turkey Scholarship website, which is a www.turkeyburslari.gov.tr. So now I'm entering to the official website of Turkey Burslari, and when you enter to the Turkey Scholarship website, so it will show like this. This is the official website, and when you came here, so then you can get a lot of information from here. You can see calendar, you can see everything you want. You can if you want any information about Turkey Scholarship, you can get it. So then you have to click on apply or login, and you will face this kind of page. So then you will not start with this place. You have to register yourself. So we will come to registration and click on register. Firstly, you have to register, and now you when you came here, first you have to write name, middle name, short name. If you don't have middle name, so you can also write name or surname. And now I will write which is my surname. So my name is like Abdurrahman, the person who I am applying for, and my surname is Salah. So gender, after that you have to select the gender. The gender you have to select male or female, and after that you can select your date of birth. So I will select 1999, September 24. So this is the place that you have to nationality. So nationality is Somalia, and now you have to write your email that you want to register and you want to start application with. So I will start my I will write my email, and then we will start our application process. So this will be the email that you will be using in the further process of your application, and you will enter to your application status with this uh, email. So you have to write email again there, and when you wrote your email, so then you will come to you have to ensure that your email is correct, and then you have to write your password that you want to enter with that password. You can use your email password, or you can use another password for this application process. So now I'm writing my password, and you have to write password again. So now you have to write password again, and I wrote it. After that you have to write secret question. And secret question, you can write anything about yourself, or any question you want. This question is secret, but you can write anything. Like I will write, who am I? This will be the question. If another time you have problems entering this application, so then you will write it. So I'm writing secret question. Now I'm writing answer. I'm Abdi. Like my name is Abdurrahman, so I will write Abdi. Actually, the person who is applying, I am for, his name is like Abdi Rahman. So I will write his name. So then you have to ensure that the information you entered is perfectly correct, and then you have to write verification code that you are seeing here. And then when you see all the things, you have to approve it. First, ensure that all the documents that you are applying, that you enter is correctly. Like I am seeing now, everything is correct, and now I will approve, and then I will save it. When you save it, there will you will see this kind of page that you have to ensure that your name, surname, and your nationality is correct. If it's correct, so then you have to approve there, and you have to save it. After saving it, you will get this kind of information that your registration has been successfully completed. Thank you for choosing Turkey Scholarship. An activation email has been sent to your email address to activate this account. Please proceed to your email to complete activation. Attention, activation email will explain if it expire if it not approved within 40 hours. So you have to go to your email, as I entered my email. So then now I will refresh it, and now you are seeing that the new email I got it from Turkish Burslari, which is activation email. And then you have to click on this link that there's sent to you, so then you can activate your account. But this is for 48 hours. If you didn't select on this and after 48 hours you proceed, so then it will expire. So then you have to re-register yourself, but it will work for 48 hours. So then you have to read all these information and then click on this link that you have to proceed, and you have to activate your application. So now I click on this link. Now I'm entering to, there is like you will see this kind of page. Ana Sayfa means home page in Turkish. So then you have to click on this Ana Sayfa, which means that you can go there and the email and password which you used and which you registered before. So then you can enter that email or password, and you will start your application process. So there, as you are seeing, you have to enter the email and password. So now I'm entering that email which I used in my application when in my registration process. So I'm using that email, and after that you have to put password that you used before. So I put the password, and now I am logging in, and you seeing I log in into my profession. So now starting from personal information. In personal information, you have to edit, you have to click on edit button, and now you are seeing that my name and surname is like already here because I registered it myself. So then I will select single, my date of birth is here, nationality is here, that the country of birth, in which country you have uh, you have to select country of birth and country city of birth, and then you have to select type of passport ID. If you have passport, so you can use passport. If you have a national identity card, so you can use your national identity card. So I have password, I will use my password. Actually, the person who I'm applying for is had a password. This is not my application, I will say. Mm, so now I will type of passport. You have can see if it's you can see this kind of information from country or code of passport. So you have to you have to enter all these information, and then you have to select the passport document, PDF or like every kind of document you have, but PDF will be more beneficial. You have to select PDF. You have to change your documents to PDF. It will be more good, but you can use everything. Then religious, I will select religious, Islam, Sunni, every religion you have, so you can select it from here. And then you have to select your, so I will select then you have to select your nationality, and which nationality you have. So like I'm Somali, so I will select Somalis. Your ethnicity actually, and then there is a disability status. If you don't have any kind of disability, so you have to select disability, that I don't have any disability. If you have any kind of illness or any kind of disability, you can select it from there. If you don't have, so you have to select, and then now this is the place that you have to select your profile picture from here. Oops, first you have to select the picture, then you have to select first you have, when you select the picture, so then you have to come here and you have to enter the country and city of birth, all the information before we entered, and then the passport number you have to select here. So when you write a type of passport and country code of passport, you have to write, and then passport document that you have it there. So then, like I'm coming here, I have selected passport document, and then if you have another country citizenship, you can select from here, and then you have to select your religion and ethnicity, in which ethnicity you are coming, so you select that ethnicity, and then you have select disability status. If you don't have, so you have and then save it. So I think there's one space that I didn't done it, so I will where that I have citizen. So the person who I'm applying for, he is like living in Turkey now. So you have to use this option because you are living in another country. So if you are living in your country, so you can don't choose it. And also uh, And also when you are living in another country, so you have to choose this option. If you don't, so don't use it. And martial status here, so you can choose that martial status, and you have to ensure all the information is ready. So now we are saving that. After that, we are coming on information on hobbies. In which hobbies you have to select hobbies from here. Like I'm selecting from here. You have to read all these hobbies, and every single hobby that you are interested in. You have selected. You have to select from there, and then you have to give explanation about that hobby. That why you are interested in. Like I selected books, internet, music, sport, and outdoor sports. Also here cooking, and also you can select food. So these are the hobbies that I will select, and then you have to give information or explanation about the first. I will write the book. So you can now I'm just using this as an example. You can write anything you want. So I will just simple write. You have to write it very perfectly and very academically, but I'm just using this as an example. You have to write it like some like paragraph, and very perfectly. So this is just I'm using it as an example. So you can write anything that I love, and to read books. Internet is very important in my life, and it gives speed to my life. So you can write anything, but this is just I'm using for example. Don't take it like this, because this is very simple sample of the paragraph. You have to write it very perfectly, and then explain them as an that why you like these hobbies. You have to give explanation. Sorry, I think there is any problem, but it will fixed. And yeah, there was a little problem, sorry for that. And then you have to write another, that why you like music. As I said, that I'm just writing this as an example. So you can use another thing, you can write another thing and another paragraph very perfectly. So I write book, internet, cooking, music, and food, and I'm giving explanation about them, that why I like them. So I have to correct all of them. The first letter should be capital. For example, I'm using this as an example. You can write anything, you can choose any hobby that you like it, and then you will give explanation. And I will also correct these also, first letter of every word. When you wrote all these things, so then you can save it. So I save my hobbies. Now I will come special talent information. Like in art, drama and acting, photography, handicrafts, painting, you can select one, two, or all of them in which you have talent. So if you know photography or drama or acting, handicrafts, so I will select photography. And music, you can use, there are a lot of instruments of music, so you can select any one of them that you know and you have talent in that. So traditional music, like guitar, all of things. And now sports, and sport, in which sports you are interested, you have select from here. I will select basketball, and I will select another one. If you are selecting, I will select cycling, and then I will save it. You can also give explanation in this part, but I save it. And you can give so now you have to enter your family information. First, your mother's name. So I will write Sahara, and then your father name. You have to enter your father name, and then the number of siblings, that how many brother and sisters you have. So you have to select the number of brother and sisters you have. So I'm selecting 10. My mother is alive, my father is alive, my mother works. If your mother works, you have to select from here. If your mother don't work, and my father works but my mother doesn't work, so therefore I'm not selecting. There you have to select that in which field your father is working. So my father working in government, so I will select government. As an accountant, so I already write it accountant. And my father title and position is like, if your father is head or employee or worker, everything, so I will write head because of my father is head. And your monthly income, total monthly income of your family, so I will select 200, from 250 to 500, or from 500 to $1,000. So you can select anything. I will select like 250, from 250 to 500. If your monthly income is how much, so you have to select from here according to your monthly income. So when you are ensure that you all the information is correct, and then save it. After that, we will come to a contact information. In contact information, you have to select the country that you are living now. Like I'm living now in Turkey. So if you are living in which country, you have to select from here. And which city of Turkey you are living, I will say I'm living in Antalya. So I will search from here because you have to select in postal code of Antalya. You have to write the postal code of that city where you are living. So I will write. Then you have to write your home phone number, the number who you are using in your home, or your father number, brother number. You can write anything, or home number. So now I will write home phone number. After that, you have to write your mobile phone, your own mobile phone number. And then after the street number, in which street number you are living, so you have to select the street number from here. Building number, door number, these are the requirement that you have to fill in the blanks. So in which street you are living, you have to select it from here. As an example, my building number is 7, and my door number is, my building number actually was 71, and my door number 1. And then you have to select street number, and from here you have to select street number. So my street number is 71. I will change it. And my building number is, you can write anything according to you, that in which street you are living, in which building you are living. So you have to know about that. If you don't have full information, so you can write anything from your heart. It will be no problem. That if you don't have these kind of if you don't know about your street number or building or door number, so you can use any number that is near to correct. And then you have to select if you are living different from this place. So I am living in another place, which is my permanent address, that's Somalia, and now I'm living in Turkey. So if you are living in the same place, so you can select just that one, and your city, postal code, and after that street number. You can select any street number that you are living, and you have to give information about that. So street number 5, building number, I will give it 3, and door number, whatever you want, you have to select. And then your home number, which phone number your father or your family use in your country. If your address is same, so then it's no need for this permanent address. If your current and permanent address same, so then, and then you have to select that from how long you are living in this address, in current address. So if it's months, so you have to select month. If it's years, so you have to select years. So I am living here, like my current address is like in Turkey. So you have to select months or years or everything, like from how long. If you are living here from years, so you have to select the years. If you are living from months, so you have to select the months, and then you have to put the number there. And then if you have Facebook ID, so you can use your social media Facebook ID, and LinkedIn, Twitter, Google ID, Skype, and you can use anything you want. So I will write my Facebook ID, and then after that you have to, if you have Skype, LinkedIn, Twitter, and or anything. So I wrote that. Now you have to write your Google ID, which is your Gmail. You can use your Gmail here. And after that, when you see all the information is correct, just save it. After that, you have to come to education information. You have to ensure that all the information are correct. So now, if you have any doubt, so you have to, like, I'm living in Turkey from past 4 months, so I will select that one. I Now save it. There will be no problem. Now we will come to education information. In education information, come to, if you are applying for builder, you have to fill the high school information. So my country is Somalia. I live in Mogadishu, and my school name is Imam al Shafi. In secondary education status, secondary education, general high school, and if you have field, so you can select field like literature, and general science, and anything you are like if your field is select, so you can select from there. And then you have to write your status, and starting date, your high school status, that when you started. And after that, like there are science, natural science, language, math, and literature. So my field is science and natural science, so I will select from here. And after that, you have to come, and you have to, there are a lot of information about status that you have to write, and you have to give information about your status, like about your high school status, that you are graduated or you are continuous. If you have just transcript, so you have to select continuous, because then they will, if you select graduated, so then they will need diploma and transcript. If you don't have diploma and transcript, so then it will be problem for you. So there you can, if you don't have a diploma, if you are newly graduated, so you just have a transcript, so you can just select continuous. And after that, you can just upload your transcript, and you can use it. Like I was also, when I was applying, I was newly graduated. I didn't take my diploma, but I had transcript of my high school. So then I use it, my high school transcript, and I applied with that. And when you select continuous, your status is continuous, so then they will just need transcript, and there will be no need for diploma. And then when you select continuous, so there will be just starting date. And then you have to select the points that you get in high school. So you have to come here, and you have to select that if you are graduated, so you have to select graduate. If you are continuing, or you do just have transcripts, then select continuous. So I started my high school in 2014 May 2015 or 8, and I finished it in 2017 September, or in which month you are graduated, you can September 3rd. And then you have to grade type, like my grade type is 100, so my percentage is 83.97. So you have to write your percentage, that how much percentage you have. So actually 87.99, 87.28, sorry. And then you have to upload diploma and transcript here. After that, if you have any kind of significant ranking, so you can select, I will select yes. Level of achievement, like if you take this achievement in high school, or on city, or on country behalf, so you can select it from here. If you, like, I will say school, I was If you want, so you can select. If you don't have any significant achievement, just leave it. And this part is important. You have to focus on this part, because which is your field: science, natural science, language, math, and literature, general knowledge, or literature, literary. So I will select general. So if you have any kind of science and natural science, if you can select anyone, and that you are, that's your field, and so then save it. Now you have to come to language information. There you have to select your native language, and you have to save it. After that, the language that you know. First, like I will write English. I know English. And then if you have any kind of document, you can use it. If you don't have, so there's no problem, you can just save it. And my English is just advanced. After that, another language that you know, you can select like a lot of language you want. Arabic, advanced, I know Arabic for example. Then you have to know, give information about Turkish. You are Turkish, that you know Turkish or not. So do you speak Turkish? So the person which who I'm applying for, he know Turkish. So I will select yes. If you don't know, to just select no and just save it. And then you have to select of information you guys just need, because of, I know that don't no one of you guys like know Turkish, because you are living in your country, but the person who I am applying for is, he knows. And then save it. After that, work experience. If you have work experience, so you have to add from here. Click on the add button, and then you have to come here, and you have to give information about, so the country you have worked there, you have to select from here. And after that, the company or institution you work there. So in which company you worked, you have to write that company name or institution name or anything that you worked there. So you have to select from here. So this is like I will say, the work experience portal is very important. If you worked in any kind of company, if you done your job as a teacher or anything, you worked there, so then you have to write it. I will write the company that that I worked there. Sweets Kingdom, that's the institute, a company that I work. If it's company or anything small job or business, you can write their name. I work as a accountant there, and my position was I was employee, so I will write employer. And after that, you left. If you left, just select. If you are now, so you have to select that I'm already doing. So when you start and when you finish, you are finished and start date, you have to select from here. If you select that I'm already doing, so then they will just want your starting date. But if you select that I left, so then you're starting and finishing. So I selected starting date, and now I'm selecting finishing date. So I selected finishing date, and now you have to give information about this, that what was your responsibility, or what you have to give explanation or detail about this job, that for which purpose, or what was your responsibilities at this job. So you have to select from here that information, and then save it. After that, you have to use you have to put your CV here, and then select it and save it. And after the academic qualification, there will be exams like TOEFL, IELTS, GAT, GMAT, GRE, any kind of LS, ACT, any kind of exam that you give. So if you didn't have any kind of examples, like if you didn't give any kind of exams like TOEFL, IELTS, ELS, GAT, like these are mathematics exams. If you didn't, so just select no. If you done it, so then you have to select it from here. Like for example, the person who I am applying for, he gave the YOS exams, which is in the last part. YOS is actually Turkish, one of the Turkish exams, which means that like for foreign students, like students foreign students exams, it means in English. So in which year or in which date you got that exam, you have to select it. The students who have the TOEFL IELTS, so then they will select that exams or that degree from here, and they can use it uh, from there. So you have to put the, but if you don't if you didn't give the exam, so you can select no from here, and you can pass this option, because most of the students don't didn't give that kind of exam, like GRE, GMAT, as or TOEFL, IELTS, these kind of exams, so they can pass it. So if you got it, so then you have to fill these information. I am showing you guys, for example, that those students who want to fill this place, so if you they got this kind of exam, so they can fill it like this. First you have to enter you that exam name, then you have to select the date that you got that exam. Sorry for this disturbance. And like I selected the date, and how was the grade was 100, and from 100 um, how was your points. So I got 75%. And then in which country, in Somali, if you have documents you can prove it. So I have my US exam document, and then save it. After that you have to select social, if you have social, if you've done social activities like award, project, certificate, so you can use it from here. And also voluntary activities if you've done it. First I have one certificate, so I will upload that certificate. If you have done project, so you can select project. And this is the place that you can fill your voluntary activities. Like I have done one voluntary activity, so I will fill this blank. Help Somalian, this was the voluntary activity that NGO was working in our country. So now I will write that NGO name here. And UNHCR was the NGO or that who worked in our country, and I was like as an employee or as an helper there. So then you have to give description about that voluntary activity that you have done. So I am simply writing, you can write anything, this is just for example. Like we were helping the poor people, like foods, water pump systems in mosque in the month of Ramadan. So this is just and is an example. And then you can select a certificate, projects, or scholarship or awards, that if you have it. If you didn't, you can pass these things. But if you have certificates and projects, if you done projects, so you can select from there. No, so now I have my certificate, which is yours certificate. So I will select from here. Institution, you have to write institution name that you get this certificate from. Those students who don't have these kind of certificate, or who didn't done any projects, so you can just pass this. The institution name I write it, and document I upload it, and now you have to give description. And my award, project, certificate field is mathematic. I'm writing this as an example. Like I read, I try hard, and after I get very healthy numbers in exam. So this is just an example. You have to write very like very important things, and then you have to write it. Save, but you have to put the date. I forgot the date, so then now I put the date, and just save it. The internet connection is a little bit slow now, but it will work. So you have to put in that part your certificates, award, projects, or voluntary activities that you have done. So you have to mention it. I will check my internet connection is a little bit slow, but it will work. Yeah, it started. So I will write from, because of internet connection, I have to write it from start, but it will be no problem. I will write it as an example. If you have certificate in kind of project, word project, so you can select it from here. A word project certificate field, if it's mathematics, so I have it, I will post, and then you have to give the description or explanation about that job. I'm giving this as an example. You have to give very very academic and very professional answer. If you want to get the scholarship, you have to use and you have to give very good explanation about everything, and then save it. After saving it, I posted this was like for second time. I'll delete, and there are my certificate, and also will introduce after that Turkey experience. You have to give information about your experience about Turkey. So then you have to select on edit button. I will change my internet connection. There you have to come and you have to refresh it, and then edit. Have you ever been to Turkey? Yes. If you didn't, so you have to select no. But the person who I'm applying for, he is in Turkey, so I will select yes. If you didn't, I know you are in your country, so you have to select no. And the purpose of your education, you are coming here, so that will be education. And when you came here to Turkey, so this kind of number you will also have, but you are not here, so you select. And after that, the person from here, the scholarship, like from friends website or social media about Turkey scholarship. So I will say social media. And have you your relatives who is in Turkey now, who gets scholarship? So I don't have, so I will select no. And the relative who is living in Turkey, so I don't have, so I will select no. But and then save it. After that, you will come to application. So we fill all the blanks, and there is nothing left. So then after that, you will come before applying for masters, so you have to also upload your bachelor's degree. Then you have to start applying. And there they will ask from you something, that why did you do your graduation from high school, what did you do for you after you graduated from high school. So I will said I attended courses. So anything you done, if you done project jobs, anything after graduation from high school, so then you have to put it here. Like I will give a description that I start courses like uh, I started courses like, now I'm learning Turkish language to get Turkish scholarship. And before I studied. So you can write anything about that. Anything you want, you can select from here. So I start different courses, like now I'm learning Turkish language to get Turkish scholarship, and before I studied math course, computer and English courses. And you write it. You can write anything that you done courses or something else, and then save it, and you will get further process. The students who are applying for master, they have to upload also their high school. And the students who are applying for PhD, they have to upload their like bachelor's degree and master's degree numbers or transcript. Then starting with the application or applying, so you have to read all these information, application condition, that what's the application condition, and what's the so you have to read all these information. And you have to give information about that why you are want to study, or there will be references. So there are the information that you needed. And it's mandatory that you have to read all these information. And then you have to select the references from here. So you have to select preferences from here. You can select your university or the place you want to study there. So I will select the faculty and university that I want to study. There are like any faculty or any field is here. You can select any field from here. Most of the fields you can find it from there. So now I will select like biking. If you have TOEFL and IELTS, so then you have to select English. If you don't have, so then don't you have to not select this because your chances will decreases. And if you have TOEFL and IELTS, then you can easily select English course. But if you don't have, just select Turkish courses. And this is the important part that you have to think when you are applying. These parts are very important. So I'm selecting banking finance. First I will select the university that I am seeing that I am eligible to. Have to search in the internet about these universities. For example, I will select there are Nevşehir, Istanbul, Commerce University, and Akdeniz University. So you have to select from here, like in which you want to study. So you can select from there. I will select. Uh, for example, you can select any. You have to focus in this part because this is very important part because of selection. So I will select Akdeniz University, my first choice in my first selection. And after that you can select 12 universities department, or it's 12 cities, different department, different faculties. That's according to you. After that I will select Ankara University, banking finance of Ankara University. For example, these are just for example for you guys. You can select anything. You have to give full information. Then I will select accounting of Istanbul University, for example. After that I will select another university. You can select 12 different faculties or universities or cities. I will come here and I will see I have to select economics. And in economics there are a lot of universities that you can select. So I will select for example I will select, for example I will select which university you have to focus. There are a lot of universities like Trakya, Galatasaray, Ataturk, Anadolu, Akdeniz. I will select another. This was my fourth selection. I think. Yeah, I've selected four universities or departments. Now I will come here. I will select another university in economics. I think I will select Hacettepe University. I selected Hacettepe University. After that I will select another. You can just select one. You can just select 5, 10, 12. But you have the right to select 12 universities or faculties or cities if you want. So I will select Istanbul Aydin University. After that you have to add another university if you want. So I will select another university. Then that is Istanbul Commerce University, Faculty of Business Administration. And after that I will select another. So you have the right to select 12 different departments, different universities, different cities. So I'm using my right. You can also use it. So then I will select international trade is there. I will select economics and finance. Istanbul Gelishim University. I will select Istanbul Gelishim University. After that, I will select accounting and management. I selected before. I will select banking and finance. I will select another university from here. Like I will select. Uh, so you have to think, and you have to think, and you have to select universities very correctly. If you don't have TOEFL and IELTS, don't select English courses. Just select Turkish. Then I will select Koç University. These are just for example that you can select these university. I'm just showing to you guys, but it's this is the procedure that you have to do for applying to Turkey scholarship. So now I will select Istanbul University. Like the first university that you are selecting in your selection part, that's very important, and that's like 90% effective. Like the first selection, the internet is a little bit slow. We will wait for this, but it will work. So I will disconnect this connection. I will it will start working. Yeah, I've selected 10 different universities and faculties. Now I will select another university or faculty. So I will select mm, economics and finance, and I will select any university you want, any faculty you want. You can select it from here. Like I will select, for example, Ajitape University. You can also follow me Instagram. My profile name is there, as you are seeing on your screen. And you can subscribe my channel for these kind of informational videos about scholarships. And then you have to select the last one that is left. I'll select another law university. These are just for example. You can use your selection very effectively. You have to select first. You have to select the big universities which are very famous, and then you have to select like the normal, which are like in the middle. So you have, when you selected, like our selection is completed, we have selected 12, and there is one option in the end, as you are seeing. If select this option, so then you will not, you will don't have problem. If they didn't give you this in these universities, so you can use your right, and they will give you to another university. If you don't have the right, then after that you have to write your letter of intent. Anything you want, you have to write it there. So letter of intent is very very important. Letter of intent is your intention for the. So I will just for example, I will put this one here. I will take from my CV, but this is just for example that what's your intention for the future. So you have to write your intention. You have to give information about that, and then save it. Letter of intent is very important. You have to give full information about yourself. Then you have to select your place of interview. Country Turkey. I will select in which country you want. You can select in your country, in another country you want. But the person who is applying, I'm applying for, he is living in Turkey. For example, I will select Turkey, and Turkey I will select Istanbul, and then save it. After that, you have to select the references, yeah, or recommendation letters, which is very important, and it's mandatory. The person who is referencing you, and the person who give you who recommends you for this scholarship, you have to write that person's name. If he is your teacher, or he or she is your teacher or principal or head, anything you want, you can write it. I will write like his name is Abshir, and sure, surname is Lil Gore, and his phone number. I will write his phone number, his or her phone number, who is recommending you for this scholarship. After that, yeah, after that, that person's email, you have to put that person's email here. So and after that, you have to put the company institution name, like this person is my teacher, so I will put the school's name here. That person's title, he is my teacher, so I will select, or manager, so I will select manager. After that, your document of recommendation letter, so then you can save it from here. You have to ensure that all information is correct, so then you have to save it. After that, you have to add your another recommendation letter, because two recommendation letter are mandatory. So another teacher or manager or boss name, so I will say Abdul Abdul Kareem Nur Muhammad. Nur Muhammad is surname, so I will write it and I will put it here. And phone number, you have to put the phone number of another teacher or manager or someone who is recommending you for this scholarship, so you have to put his or her phone number. And after that, you have to put the email of that person, whatever is his or her email, so you have to put it here. And after that, the it's also he's also my manager, so I will also select. And then you have to select, and our two recommendation letters are here. And then you have to, your all information, you have to read it. If there is any problem, so you can change it now, because when you submit your application, then you will not have any chance. So you have to read all these information, your mother name, father name, and all these recommendation, contact info, and all those things that you have uploaded before. So you can select it from here, and then you can give information about that. So I wrote my all information, and there is the place that you have to select, that I hereby state. And then you can submit. You have to read all these information, and then if you want, and we will submit, and your application is done. And this is the and if you want, you can take screenshot of your application. So and then it will go to awaiting evaluation, as you are seeing. So your application is now in process, and it will go to another process. You will select for interview or not, that will be your on your qualifications. So this is your result, and it will be awaiting evaluation until interview time. When you select it, so then it will give you a message through email. So guys, this was today's video. Hopefully you guys get information. I tried to give you full information from first step to the last step of submission. So this was today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and see you in another video. And have a good time. Also, I will mention, if you get information from this, so please subscribe the channel, and also press the bell icon to get notification of all my videos. And you can also you can also um, uh, follow me on Instagram. My profile link is in description, and also my profile name is Shams Hamdard 1, as you are seeing on your screen.